Assalamualikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatahu. I hope you're all doing well in the best state of Iman and health. Let's inshallah look into our lesson. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. By today's title, we all have understood that our class is based on the topic of mad. Let's understand mad, let's understand the meaning of it, the importance of it, and also the types of it. Okay? Now first look into the meaning of it. Mad means to prolong, that is to extend the sound. It is important because we do not want to change the meaning of the text. Secondly, for correct recitation and to avoid mistakes. So this is your basic introduction to mad topic. Let's move ahead and look into types of mad. There are 7 types of mad. This is going to be a little in-depth video. However, I have not mentioned all the 7 in this video. I have made a part 1 of this where we are going to discuss 3 types of mad in today's class. In the next class, which will be your part 2, I will discuss the rest of the 4. So today we will be discussing only 3 types of mad. However, I would want and I would request you to please grab a book, a pen or pencil, anything which is nearby you, convenient to you. Sit with it. As we move ahead with the slides, I want you to take the notes of it to understand what you are writing, to understand what you are listening. So today's class, as I mentioned, it will be a little in-depth video. Please sit with a book and a pencil, and let's start with the first type of mad. The first type of mad is huruf-e-madiya, which is also called in English natural mad. Students who have the knowledge of tajweed, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's begin with this, which is huruf-e-madiya. Huruf-e-madiya, it has 2 conditions. Basically, it has 2 conditions. Both the conditions should satisfy. If condition 1 is satisfying, condition 1 is not satisfying, it will not be falling under the category of huruf-e-madiya. So remember, your first point is there are 2 conditions of huruf-e-madiya and both should and have to satisfy. Okay? The first condition is you need to identify. There are 3 letters of huruf-e-madiya. Alif sakin, Ya sakin and Waw sakin. Your first condition is you need, in the text there should be Alif sakin, Ya sakin or Waw sakin. So first step is your identification of the condition. Remember, I am not telling Alif Ya Waw. Alif Ya Waw is not same as Alif sakin, Ya sakin, Waw sakin. Your focus should be in the first condition, Alif sakin, Ya sakin, Waw sakin. So do not get confused between Alif Ya Waw and Alif sakin, Ya sakin and Waw sakin. In this, the first condition is to find out Alif sakin, Ya sakin and Waw sakin. If you are reading Quran, okay, and you find out that there is Alif sakin, Ya sakin, Waw sakin, condition 1 is satisfied. Okay. Condition 2, let's move ahead with the condition 2. Condition 2 is when you detect Alif sakin, Ya sakin, Waw sakin, go with the preceding letter. For Alif sakin, the preceding letter should carry and only it should carry zabar, no other harkat. Remember this. Alif sakin, preceding letter should carry and always and only should carry zabar with it. Ya sakin, before Ya sakin, whatever letter is coming, it should come with zair, that is kasra, no other harkat, only and only zair. Waw sakin, before Waw sakin, whichever letter is coming, it should have with itself pesh, only pesh, no other harkat. If these 2 conditions are satisfying, it is huruf-e-madiya. Okay. Now, I have also mentioned about stopping and continuation. Now, we have understood with the lesson of waqf that sometimes we stop and read and sometimes we continue and read. The same also applies here. Once you identify the huruf-e-madiya and observing and understanding that both the conditions are met, you need to see another thing, that you are continuing and reading or you're stopping and reading. Both matters. If for example you are continuing and reciting, you are not stopping, okay, you prolong the huruf madiyam, stretch it. You need to stretch the mad for 2 counts. 2 counts is equal to 2 alifs. Remember it like that. If you are stopping, okay, you need to take a break, or there is the end of the ayat, okay, you are stopping and you're stopping on the huruf madiya, you need to stop equal to 4 to 6 counts, or as they say 4 to 6 alifs. What is count, what is alif, I will tell you. Take your fist, okay, close fist. Now start removing one by one. Open the fist with one by one finger, okay. Start removing one by one all your fingers, okay, at a normal speed, not too fast, not too slow. First practice with close fist. Open your finger one by one from it, release it at a normal speed. 2 counts means when you prolong the mad, you open 2 fingers till opening of 2 fingers. 4 to 6 counts means you will open 4 to 6 fingers. For example, if you're opening with one fist, that is still 4 fingers. Your 4 fingers should come out of the fist, and for 6 fingers you need to take the help of the other hand, of course. So this is your counting. This is how you count. This is the method of counting. Let's understand the entire concept of huruf madiya with the examples. I have mentioned the example of Suratul Kafirun, okay. First one, La a'budu ma ta'budun. First look into the word ma. Ma, meme is not just present with fatha over there. It is coming with alif. Alif is having sakin. Now look here, alif is present with sakin, okay. Before that meme is coming. Meme is coming with what? Zabar. Both the conditions are satisfied. Now I have, as after noticing that both the conditions are satisfying and declaring that this is a huruf madiya, what do? I look into the case. Is this a stopping case or a continuing case? In this case I am continuing, so I will continue with 2 alifs, 2 counts. I will close my fist. I will start La a'budu ma. When I reach ma, I start opening my 2 fingers because it is 2 alifs, 2 counts. With closed fist, remove 2 fingers outside. Ma, la a'budu ma. Next one, ta'budun. Look into waw, the last 3 alphabets. Look into it. Waw sakin is present, condition 1 satisfied. Before waw sakin, I am looking into the alphabet da. Da is carrying pesh, condition 2 is satisfied. Now I have to look into the case, either I am stopping or continuing. In this case I am stopping, so I need to prolong my count of stretch of mad to 4 to 6 counts, that is 4 to 6 alif. Again I will do the fist method. I will take my fist very close to me, okay, and I'll start reciting La a'budu ma ta'budun. With the moment I reach dal, I will start removing one after the other fingers, 4 to 6 fingers. For people who are having good control over their breath, they can go and prolong till 6 counts, that is 6 alifs. If not, they can do till 4 to 5, that will be fine, but minimum 4 is important, okay. Next one, here you see in dinukum you have ya sakin. I detected ya sakin. Condition number 1 satisfied. Condition number 2, I have to look into the preceding letter. Preceding letter have to and always should carry with it zer, that is kasra. Look into the text, dal is carrying zer with it. Now again what I will check, am I continuing and reading or am I stopping and reading? In this case I am continuing, so 2 counts. I will take fist very close to me. The moment I reach dal, I start my mad, I will start removing fingers from my fist. 2 fingers I will remove, so it will be lakum dinukum. Next one, waliyadeen. Why am I stretching? Because I am stopping. Let's start from step 1. Step 1, identify the condition number 1, that is ya sakin. Ya sakin is present over there. Step number 2, I need to identify the preceding letter, if it is carrying with it zer or not, kasra or not. Look into the text. Yes, it is carrying. Step 2 done. This is a huruf madhiya concluded. Step number 3, am I stopping or am I continuing? In this case, I am stopping because the ayat is finishing. So I need to take 4 to 6 counts of mad, 4 to 6 equal of alifs, and I need to stretch it. What do? I take a closed fist, I start reciting lakum deenukum waliyadeen. As I am reciting, parallelly my fist I am opening one after the other each finger. Again, as I mentioned, for people who are good at controlling their breath, you can do till 6 counts. For those who are having difficulty, go at least minimum till 4 counts. That is 4 alifs. That means 4 fingers should come out of your fist at a normal speed. So this is your huruf madhiya. Now another technique I would tell you, because when I was learning tajweed, it was a little difficult for me to remember everything. So I came up with this logic. It's a silly one, but it helped me, so I am sharing it with all of you, and I hope that it will help you as well. Imagine alif sakin, ya sakin, waw sakin are 3 students. They are little kids. Okay, alif sakin is best friends with zabar. It will only sit with that alphabet which will have zabar. It is non-tolerant. Alif sakin will only sit with zabar. Alif sakin and zabar are besties. Okay, waw sakin and pesh are besties in the class. Waw sakin will not sit with any other than pesh, non-cooperative student. Okay, ya sakin best friend is with zer. Any letter that carries zer, ya sakin will become its best friend. So this is how I used the technique, that there are 3 best friends. Alif sakin's best friend is zabar, ya sakin best friend is zer, waw sakin best friend is pesh. So this is how I remembered, and I hope that it will help inshallah ta'ala to all of you as well. So this is your huruf madhiya. Let's move ahead to huruf leen. Huruf leen, there are only 2 conditions. Number 1 condition is the alphabet should be ya sakin or waw sakin. Alif sakin is not present here. Okay, there are only 2 letters, ya sakin and waw sakin. Condition number 2 is before ya sakin, the alphabet whichever is coming, it should have zabar, only zabar. Okay, and before waw sakin, whatever alphabet is coming, it should also carry zabar. That means here here ya sakin and waw sakin are having a common best friend, that is zabar. They will sit with the student who will have zabar. They both have a common best friend here. So do not confuse yourself with huruf madhiya and huruf leen. Huruf madhiya, they have different best friends. Okay, each letter has a different best friend. Here there are 2 letters only, waw sakin and ya sakin. They have a common best friend, that is your zabar. Look into the definition. If zabar comes before waw sakin, if zabar comes before ya sakin, the counting is the same. Stopping 4 to 6 counts, that is equal to 4 to 6 alif. You need to stretch when you are stopping. For continuation, 2 counts, which is equal to 2 alifs. Let's understand with the example. The best example of huruf leen that you can get is Suratul Quraish. Best example. It is easy for you to even learn. Look into the first verse of it. Li'ilafi Quraish. Look into the word ya sakin, Quraish. So ya sakin is present here. Condition 1 satisfied for huruf leen. Okay. Second condition, the word which is coming before ya sakin, it should have zabar, only zabar. Condition 2 is satisfied. Look into the case now. Are you stopping or are you continuing? This is the end of the verse, so I am stopping. So I will stop with 4 to 6 counts, 4 to 6 alifs. I will take my fist next to me. The moment I reach Ra, I will start removing one by one finger at a normal speed till I reach either 4 fingers or 6 fingers, till I open 4 fingers or 6 fingers. Let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لإيلاف قريش. Look into the letter li'ilafi. What is happening here? Ya sakin is present, but before ya sakin, Hamza is coming and carrying itself with kasra, that is zair, which is satisfying huruf-e madhiya condition, not huruf-e leen. So this verse you are getting both examples. First word example you are getting huruf-e madhiya li'ilafi. Okay, and in that case you are continuing. Second case is your huruf-e leen, where you are stopping. So this is a very beautiful example for you to differentiate between huruf-e madhiya and huruf-e leen. Let's look into the other verse. وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ. Look in the word khawf. Waw is present, waw sakin is present. Okay, before waw sakin there is kha. Kha is coming with zabar. Both the conditions are satisfied. It is huruf-e leen. Now I will check if I am stopping or if I am continuing. I am stopping because it is the end of the verse. I will stop with 6 counts. Taking my fist next to me, I will open. The moment I reach kha letter, I will start opening my fingers, either 4 fingers or 6 fingers from the fist. وَآمَنَهُم مِّنْ خَوْفٍ. This is your huruf-e leen. Let's move ahead with the last one. The third one is madde-e-wad, that is compensation mad. If you all have done the previous class, I have taught you about tanween. Okay, do zabar, do zair, do pesh, and how to stop on that. Madde-e-wad only considers tanween fatah, that is do zabar. Not the case of do zair, do pesh, only do zabar. So madde-e-wad only counts the part of do zabar. Look into the definition. If tanween fatah do zabar comes at the end of any word, then one fatah is read and other fatah, that is other zabar, is dropped. Counting is when you stop 2 to 4 counts. Let's look into the example. I am presenting the same example of the last class. Look into your left side, that is wal'adiyati dobhan. That is how you read when you are continuing. But when you stop, I said one zabar will drop. Look into your right side now. وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضَبْحًا. You know half of this concept, 50% of this concept you know, that you have to read dobha when you are stopping. One zabar you will read, one zabar you will drop. What is an additional concept here? How do you stop? How much you will stretch, how much you will prolong. That is the additional concept here. You will prolong up to 2 to 4 counts. Dobha. Take your fist. Again the same method. Take your fist, remove 2 fingers from your fist when you are stopping, or till 4 fingers. If you have good breath, go for 4 fingers. If you have a little control over it, go for 2 fingers when you are stopping. وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضَبْحًا. The only additional concept here is how much you will prolong it. Other than that, it is the same as the waqf lesson that we did the last time. So these are your 3 types of mad that we are doing in this class. Your homework will be memorize the rules of mad. Remember, in tajweed, not just this class, okay, other classes as well, whenever you are learning tajweed, remember the thumb rule of tajweed is you cannot get it by mugging up the definition. You need to open your Quran. Whenever you are reading the rule, start looking into the Quran. I would advise every one of you that when you are doing this lesson, when you are learning, when you are learning definition of it, when you are trying to learn the definition of it, open the Quran, open the Mus'haf, and look for the examples. Look when you match the lines of definition. Okay, this is telling me to go for alif sakin or ya sakin or waw sakin. I need to look into the preceding letter. The more you practically observe it, it will be easy for you to remember the rule. And this is for every rule present in tajweed. You need to start seeing practically, you need to start applying practically. That's how you can memorize the rules of mad. I would request you that what you can do is open the Quran, go for the surahs that you already know. Don't start with anything new. If you know between the last, if you know the entire last para, go with the last para. Start with the small surahs, or start if you know between wal asr to suratul nas, go for that surahs. Or if you know, even if you can, consider Suratul Mulk. If you know Suratul Mulk, if you have the recitation, even to know is to know how to read. I'm not telling that you know how to memorize. I'm not telling that. Any surah that you know how to read fluently without stopping, that will help you, inshallah. So consider even Suratul Fatiha as well. So take these surahs, okay? Start with Suratul Nas or Suratul Falaq, Suratul Ikhlas. Start with the all short surahs, okay? Sit with your Quran. Take the first part of it, that is Huruf-e Madiyah. Open the Quran. Write the conditions, okay? No book and pen. Okay, write the conditions. I need to see these two conditions. Write it down. The more you write it down, the more your brain will remember. Oh, look into the Quran, okay? Now see, or now keep checking. Alif sakin, ya sakin, waw sakin. You see alif sakin, mark it with the pencil. Look into the previous letter. Is it carrying with it fatha? No, it's not carrying. It is not Huruf-e Madiyah. You need to do an exercise and practice for yourself. The same you do for Huruf-e Leen. Open your Quran, look for other 2-3 surahs, go ahead with other 2-3 surahs. Practice like this until this part of information comes into your secondary memory. There is something called as primary memory, there is something called as secondary memory. Secondary memory is quite unconscious. If I wake up you in the night and tell you Suratul Ikhlas, recite to me, you will recite it, because that's how you strongly remember, alhamdulillah. So the more you look into the Mus'haf and detect the rules, find out the rules, it will be easy for you to learn it and implement it. So this is the activity I am giving you to memorize the rule. Second one is find out examples from each. That is Huruf-e Madiyah, Huruf-e Leen and Madde Evad. You need to get me 3 examples of each. So Huruf-e Madiyah, get me 1 example of Alif Sakin, 1 example of Ya Sakin, 1 example of Waw Sakin. 3 examples there. Huruf-e Leen, get me 2 examples of Ya Sakin, Waw Sakin. And Madde Evad, get me 3 examples. Okay? You write it down in a book. You write it down in a nice book. Write it clearly. Once you write it down, send me the picture of it, what you have written. And you need to send me an audio of how you're pronouncing it. If you are stopping and reading, how you will read. If you're continuing and reading, how you will read. So that we check, so that I am able to check with you that how much you are able to grasp and how much you are able to learn. Also, provided if you have any doubts other than this, if you need any extra help, inshallah ta'ala, you should let me know, inshallah. So this is your class for today. Other than this, we will also have a weekly review class which will be on Sunday, inshallah ta'ala. This Sunday timing I will let you know, and it is mandatory and it is a request from my end. It is necessary for you, all of you, to attend the Sunday weekly review class, because when we are sitting one-on-one, when I'm sitting next face to face to you, okay, when I'm facing you, I know that where you are going wrong. I will be able to correct you better, and you will be able to explain me better your doubts. So face to face learning has a very different impact. Take out at least half an hour of your time. It will not take more than half an hour to 40 minutes. Trust me, it will be beneficial for you and for me as well as a teacher, so that I am satisfied that whatever I am teaching, you are able to learn it. My work is not just to impart knowledge. I should also see that you are able to learn it. So please, it's a humble request, and it is compulsory and mandatory for all of you to attend the weekly review class, so that all your doubts are solved. Until then, keep practicing. Jazakallah khair, barakallahu fikum. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.